Now for the last year and a half, I've pretty much only climbed in the UK. Actually, scratch that. It's been mostly Scotland and it's been mostly trad climbing. But this week, I'm climbing somewhere completely different because right now, I'm in Albania. How freaking cool is that? Albania is an incredible country with a rich history and an incredible landscape with limestone literally covering the place head to toe. And there's everything for anybody here, any level of climber, whether you're a beginner climber or an elite level rock climber. Even Adam Ondra has been to Albania and put up a 9B here. Now this week I'm here with one of my sponsors, Patagonia, and we're here specifically to campaign for the Vjosa River, which for many years has been at risk of being dammed. But on top of that, we're also here to show the world that Albania is an incredible place to go rock climbing. There's accessible crags, but there's also those crags like the one we're at right now, which is a little off the beaten track. So for the sport climber looking for that adventurous climbing trip, Albania should be at the top of your list. But honestly, don't take my word for it. Watch the video and find out, and you'll see that Albania is an incredible place to go climbing. So firstly, this is not a destination guide. More of an inspiring trailer of what Albania has to offer. Truthfully, we went for a week and barely scratched the surface. As you drive through the country, it quickly becomes apparent that this place is very mountainous and the climbing potential vast. We spent most of our time in the south, around the small town of Permet near the Greek border. Now in the centre of the town, there's this massive boulder where the first climbers in Albania put up old aid routes. And the remnants of that era still remain, these old rusted pitons firmly attached to the rock, unmoved since the day they were placed, over 50 years ago when Albania was a communist country. Now the climbing around Permet is brilliant and heavily underdeveloped. The style reminded me a lot of Greece, you know, that orangey, soft, tufa-y limestone. And the crag we visited the most was what we called the Greek crag, because visiting Greeks had developed it. The one downside to this crag was having to dodge those angry shepherd dogs on the path. Definitely one of the scarier sides to climbing in Albania. But what's rock climbing without a little adventure? Bloody gym climbing! Part of the fun of going on cool climbing adventures is the approach and the things you see along the way. They're coming, guys! Fuck, we're surrounded! Lengarika Canyon, for example, was a truly magical place. A limestone ravine carved out by a winding river fed by thermal springs that created a warm waterflow that tingled your toes as you crossed it. This canyon goes for 5 kilometers with climbing potential all along it. Now, there can't be more than 50 routes developed here with potential for a lot more. But without a doubt, the best climbing I saw in Albania was around Tirana. And the small amount of development that has been seen has been centred around a couple of easier access crags, one of which, called Bra, I spent my final day at. So we've just arrived at Bra. Strange name, I know, but it's the most epic crag I've seen in Albania so far. Absolutely incredible, super steep, big massive tufas for like 50, 60 meters long, like just tons of really amazing looking climbs. I think the easiest route here is about 6C, but it finishes at 9B, so if you climb within that range, there's plenty for you. I'm kind of spoiled for choice here. I don't know what I'm going to get on actually, but I think I'm going to try this route here. So Luan said to me just there that he's tried it before. It's not at a first ascent. He thinks it's probably like 8A plus, but this is the last day of climbing in Albania. So just one day to sort of check it out and hopefully climb it. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Man, so psyched. Definitely want to come back here for a longer trip. Whew, looks epic.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon. When the sun rises, when the sun
my forearms are literally flipping gone. They don't feel like they'll ever work again. I'm like at the end there. Oh my god, man, like I thought I was off.
Yeah.
Like right at the very end there and this fucking toothless.
Yeah, you had like the biggest jug imaginable.
I was like not able to hold the massive fucking jug. Oh,
Nice.
god, that was good. I can't.
That was perfect.
That's perfect. Thanks for the feeling, man.
No worries, that was cool to watch.
Okay.
After a year of lockdowns and quite frankly, zero endurance training, scraping my way up an 8A plus first ascent on my first go felt pretty darn good. But this trip was about much more than just going climbing. We were here to see the Vjosa River, which is under a constant risk of potential damming and nefarious exploitation, such as drilling for oil. The Vjosa is the last wild river in Europe, with no artificial dams or obstructions throughout it or any of its tributaries, and it needs to be protected. We are currently fighting for the Vjosa to be given national park status, which if successful would protect the river from damming and further exploitation and create the largest national park in Europe following the 272-kilometre long Vjosa river system. And you can help us achieve this by signing the petition put out by Eco Albania. I'll link to the petition below in the description. Now, being a climber and lover of the outdoors, I like to look at the opportunities that exist in places like Albania for ecotourism. Here we have possibly one of the most exciting and underdeveloped landscapes for adventure sports in Europe. The world-class climbing isn't the only thing on offer, but also the kayaking along the Vjosa River and potential for hiking, trail running and mountain biking. All it needs is a little push, some more of us to go there, spend some money locally and prove that ecotourism is a viable income for Albania, which may help the Albanian government see that incredible natural features such as the Vjosa and the surrounding cliffs shouldn't be dammed, quarried or exploited in such ways, but in fact draw tourists, and are vital for the continued livelihood of the people that live there. So the next time you're considering returning to any of the usual European climbing spots, don't be so hasty. Albania is the next big place, and it needs our support now more than ever. If you want to learn more about the fight for the Vjosa, then have a watch of the short 6-minute film Vjosa Forever. It's a really great short film and will bring you up to speed. And if you're interested in watching another great film showcasing the struggles locals have had to endure to protect the Vjosa, then check out the Blue Heart film, a very emotional and powerful piece. I'll link to both in the description. Thanks guys.